key thing to me when we came back was people knew our names. We came back to this church and people remembered who we were. They called us by our names and they welcomed us again.
Everyone is very friendly, even if it's someone that I haven't met before, or that we haven't met before. They're very friendly and genuinely care about each other.
That's when it really clicked, because people went out of their way to include us. That's what made us stay, because we really did find a church family here.
From its founding in 1872 as a spiritual child of Merida Camp Meeting, to the growth of a new sanctuary and new educational building in the 1960s, and even today, our church here at East Cobb United Methodist Church continues to reach people in profound ways as a mosaic of God's family, gathering and growing and going. However, we can't become who we're meant to become by remaining who we are. That's a statement that can apply to almost anything in life. While our Be Bold campaign and journey 2 years ago was a great start, now is time for us to complete that vision. The Apostle Paul put it this way in Philippians 3:12. Not that I have already achieved the goal, but I press on, I reach to make it my own. And that's why I'm privileged today to introduce Reach, the new 36-month phase of our spiritual and financial journey that will give us the resources we'll need to fulfill God's vision for East Cobb United Methodist Church. Reach is a journey that's best captured in the word itself. First of all, it is about relationships. Relationships with God, relationships with each other. Secondly, it is enduring for the future. It is also, though, anchored in the past. It is community-oriented. And finally, it's also about hospitality. God's hospitality towards us and our hospitality towards others. It will allow us to create additional and improved meeting and fellowship spaces for use by church ministries, programs, and groups.
There's a lot of modernization that needs to be taking place in this church. There's a lot of just overall technology needs, space needs, and just overall appearance for the surrounding community as well. And I think we need to draw in the outside community that may not know what's going on here, because there's so much that we can offer, but no one really can see that.
So here's what we'll be doing in our construction project. First of all, we'll be demolishing the annex building. Yay! In its place, number 2, we will be building a new 2-story building containing main church offices, community space, and adult ministry meeting space, including Sunday school classes. Number 3, we'll be enclosing the breezeway for better fellowship opportunities and for increased safety and security between our sanctuary and the new main building. And it'll be a climate-controlled space that we can use the whole year. And then number 4, we'll be renovating the existing main building to create more space for our children's ministry and Lighthouse Academy through additional rooms where the offices are vacating. And also, along the main hallway, we'll be creating a new music and worship arts ministry suite. Now, all of this means we'll have new room for new Sunday school classes, Bible studies, homeowners associations, civic groups, new scout spaces, spaces for weddings and funeral receptions in better proximity to the sanctuary. And we'll be able to do these in ways that allow us to host people in our facility and spaces in a way that we haven't been able to do before because of lack of space. But how much is it going to cost?
Well, while the total cost of our project will be about $2.7 million, to date, we've either raised or have access to about $1 million. So our miracle goal for Reach is about $1.7 million, with any needed long-term financing options to be discussed after Commitment Sunday.
I was one of those people that was very unsure of the Be Bold campaign, and I thought, do I really want to give to this, not knowing what I'm giving to, what's going to be in the end? And so I was very hesitant at first, and the more people talked about it, the more excited I got. So I think you really have to talk about it and pray about it as well.
It's not about a building, and it's not about money. Sure, those are parts, but those are tools to get to a greater purpose, which is reaching people in our community and enriching the lives of and the faith of the people in our congregation now.
So I know the argument. Pastor, I don't have any more time or talent or money to commit to something like this on top of what I'm already giving. Well, we need to ask if it's really a priority. Because when something is a priority, most of us figure out a way to make our priorities happen, even if it means reallocating what we have. So I ask you to ask yourself how important your church and its vision is to you personally. Then and only then should you talk with and pray with your family about how God might be calling you together to respond to His invitation to reach. After all, this reach journey is not only about the church reaching for its financial goals or to build a building, it's more importantly about each of us personally reaching to grow spiritually, deep within us. Because when we do that, this is a journey then that can change our personal relationship with God in a wonderful, positive way.